ही पिता है,
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है,
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है,
तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम.
Namaste, listeners. I'm back on air.
Yes.
And namaste to PrakashRao Garu. Namaste.
Yes, namaste.
How are you today?
I am doing very well, Taraji.
Actually, let me give a short introduction about you to our listeners.
Yes.
Prakash Rao ji is from Hindu College and National College in Machilipatnam and received his MA degree in Rural Development Economics in Andhra University in 1963. Worked at the Center of Developing Societies. In USA in 1965, MA Sociology from Michigan State University, Sociology from Mississippi State University, taught 36 years at the US educational institution Jackson State University. I authored and co-authored with Dr. Nandini Rao 70 articles on the areas of family, aging, Hinduism, criminology, sociology of sports. And recently, he has been part of Dattatreya Yoga Center, who has trained thousands and 10,000s of groups chanting Bhagavad Gita. Namaste. You are such a wonderful kind of, looking at all those spiritual journey of yours, to me, I feel Ganapati Satchidananda Swami Avaduta Peetham has got the best charioteer. You are the charioteer for them, right?
No, it is.
Partha Saradi.
Taraji, I am nothing. The only thing that I want to tell you is our Hinduism is the greatest on the planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We are not able to utilize all the resources and the richness and the grandeur of our heritage. I feel so sad about what is happening in Bharat. But I think any Hindu will have same access, the kind of access that I have. I only request every Hindu to open up their eyes, look at what is happening around us, and look at ourselves. As a son or a daughter of Bharat, what is my responsibility to my mother? If my mother is in emergency or in hospital, do I let her go? Do I deny her the proper opportunity to be treated? So, from my point of view, Bharat is in that state. I am requesting every listener, whether they agree with me or not, to ponder about it and see how we can be a dedicated, a faithful, patriotic son or a daughter of Bharat. I will stop here. I'm sorry for more questions to ask you once I start talking about it.
I am reflecting today morning. I just shared with my listeners in my opening comments that today I went through Swami Vivekananda's life story. I was, I'm narrating a few things to my granddaughter. She's only 1 year old, coming up the end of the month. And I'm writing a book to her on my letters of my reflections on Hinduism. I wanted to learn about every philosopher and, our national leaders to find out the basics of how Hinduism is surviving. Swami Vivekananda sat on the rock in Kanyakumari with tears in his eyes. He was looking at the tip of India, looking at Bharat and having his eyes flowing with tears, saying, Bharat, what can I do for you? How will I do? In a short term, he determined to come to America penniless.
Correct.
God put the faith of Hinduism on his shoulders to be presented at the World Religions meet, where he came here to talk about Hinduism as an unknown person, as an unknown religion, unknown everything. Today, where are we? Where are we? 10,000 children chanting Bhagavad Gita. We owe it to Swami Vivekananda.
Correct.
Don't you think so, sir?
Yes, no question about it. So I only wish it should be accepted by every Hindu to reflect and then see what part they can play to raise the flag of Hindustan or Hinduism. That means basically we are talking about the humanity, ahimsa, tolerance, patience, live, let live, and we want to see, like in all our scriptures, in all our mantras, we only do all these things for the welfare of the humanity. If we look at any homa we do, any puja we do, we only talk about the humanity, how they can live in happiness and health, wealth, everything. So let us not, as a Hindu, let us not only just reap the benefit for myself. Let us look at the benefit of the rest of the world and make sure the rest of the world glorify the richness of our culture. And we can talk about so many thousands of scholars, Nobel laureates, praising the scriptures of Sanatan Dharma, how they got the inspiration from our scriptures, how they were recognized by the spiritual aspect that they have acquired from Hinduism. So this is the kind of scriptures that we have. This is the kind of spirituality that we have. This is the kind of philosophical dimensions that we have. It is not only that, it is the most scientific on the planet Earth. Everything that we do, everything, starting with applying tilak on your forehead, it is so scientific, it is mind-boggling. Once you know the reason behind all the customs and traditions, either at personal level or at the temple level, once we know why we do these things, you will be astonished and amazed and shocked to find out how much reasoning and rationality and science is behind all these customs and traditions that our ancient rishis, our ancestors passed down to us.
You know, the divine connects us all in some kind of ways. We may
Yeah.
have the similar type of vision, and our, we chant certain mantras like Sarvesham
Survey
Swastir
Sukhinam. Yeah.
Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. When you say those chanting,
Yeah.
it has scientific value based on our, the divine connection as well
Correct.
as the reasoning. So the
Correct.
humility, generosity, and
Yeah.
especially, what touches me about you, you are capturing the little children
Yes.
in those, videos of many places.
Correct.
Trinidad,
Correct.
they are
Correct.
some kind of chanting group of children. How many?
Correct.
More than 4,000 children in
Yes.
Trinidad chanting this Gayatri
Correct.
by heart.
Correct. In fact, last year, Taraji, you probably remember, our Swamiji organized this mammoth Gita Maha
Yajna.
Yagnam, where we received Guinness World Record
Oh,
for
yes.
chanting Bhagavad Gita in one place with small children. Guinness World Record. So now we have close to 4,500 children learned over the last 7 years. Only in US, but all over the world, all over in UK and then of course in India, there are so many.
Even
And
Australia,
yes,
they have had this Gita chant, Gayatri, Bhagavad Gita chanting.
correct,
To me, how is it possible to capture these young kids' attention and have them come to class?
correct. I tell you, our Swamiji is a very magnetic personality.
Mm-hmm.
He can really send so many vibrations to anybody who has shown some interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
He will encourage them, he will inspire them, he will instigate them to make sure their intention is carried on. He himself will create in many cases that interest in these children. As long as we are curious, as long as we are interested in it, I think every child can learn. We were just having a discussion a few minutes ago. If a child of 3.5 years can chant 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, so that means children's minds are very, very receptive. They are like sponge. Whatever you want to teach them, you can teach them, and they will learn about it. Even though these girls who are 3.5 old, they can't even read, but they can chant. They can learn all 700 verses. So the point I am trying to make, we as Hindus, we have to recommit ourselves as parents, as grandparents, to ensure we pour this nectar in the mouths of these children and see these children learn Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures. And then we will make sure our Hinduism will survive in Bharat. And it is now our responsibility. Every Hindu, the way I see it, it's not just only 10%, 15% Hindus committing. I would like to see at least 50% of the Hindus commit themselves to this particular task if we have to survive by the end of this decade. I have come to the conclusion, if we go the way we are going today, with so much indifference, so much negativity, I don't know if we will survive by the end of this decade. We may be wiped out. Not only from our point of view, if you look at from the other point of view, from the point of view of the other religions, let us say Islam, Afghanistan was a Buddhist country. Lebanon or Turkey was a Christian country. And Pakistan was Hindu country. Bangladesh was. All of them, once they reach a certain percentage of the population, the Muslims, there is no going back. No country has escaped their atrocities and brutalities and raping and so on. Our Hindus are the only ones who can be sold physically and mentally. Just we are the only ones, Hindus, crave for money, position, name, fame, money. This is all Hindu is interested right now. How many of us as Hindus look at what is happening? What is my responsibility to my mother? Tell me what percentage of the Hindus think in that term. Not many. Not many. Then, how do we expect Hinduism to survive? If we don't even feed our own children, our own mother, if we don't attend to the needs of our mother, if mother is being attacked in all different directions, we remain spectators. We see every day what is happening, but we don't speak out. We don't protect our mother. This is the time we all have to stop, reflect, and pull our sleeves and get our feet dirty and do something. Every minute is a late as far as I am concerned. If we don't do something today, it is too late. It is too late. Ever since I started this Global Hindu Heritage Foundation in 2006, Within a year, I realized we are going to lose this battle. I
No.
have been saying the same thing since 2007.
Okay.
In fact, in 2016, I have written
Mm.
an article which can be accessed in my Save Temples.
Mm-hmm.
2016, I'm talking about. If we have to protect our Hinduism in India, I said,
Mm-hmm.
either we implement two-nation theory or declare a benign dictatorship.
Mm.
Dictatorship
Okay.
in order to protect our mother.
Mm-hmm.
We have 58 Muslim countries. They are as good as dictatorships. Nobody talks about those people saying that they are dictatorships and all that. They only hound Hinduism. They only hound India. And we are succumbing to this pressure.
Mm.
As far as I'm concerned, heck with everybody and anybody. We have to protect our mother, whatever it takes. If we don't do it, our sisters, our grandchildren, and I think they will meet very, very pathetic condition. The way our forefathers have faced during the atrocities committed by the Muslims for 350 years in India.
Mm-hmm.
If they could do it, what they have done in 350 years, there is no reason to believe they won't do it again. And they are openly talking about it. We can have any number of people, Muslims, talking about it, how they want to convert India, how they want to enforce Sharia law, how they want to destroy our temples. They are saying openly.
Of
Nobody
course.
wants
Yeah.
to say one word.
Yeah.
If anybody said even one word,
Mm-hmm.
even indirectly, like in Nipur Sharma, that lady, she did not say a thing about it, anything. 58 countries waged a war against India at that time, from my point of view. The Modi ji could not do anything. We have to come to the terms with ourselves. We, all the Hindus, have to commit themselves and then ready to sacrifice our wealth and our resources to see that our mother is protected. And that is what my lecture is going to be today.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the things that Global Hindu Heritage Foundation, we know all these things. You can say that we know, but what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that is what my presentation is going to be in the evening at 6:30. And I encourage everybody to come for this and see what we are doing and see why each of us can do it. Every Hindu is capable of doing it. Every Hindu has enough resources to spend. Every Hindu can donate something. Don't hide this money anymore. Because if you want to keep it in the banks or somebody is going to steal that money in the next 8 to 10 years, you don't even have any right over your own life and your property.
Yeah. We are coming to all the last 5 minutes of the conclusion of our program. So I have to kind of a little bit wrap it all up. And
Yes,
you have given such a powerful and a wonderful message. Let me tell you, the warning signal is out there. Hindus, awake.
yes,
The
yes,
same words, Swami Vivekananda used, awake. This is the time. Of course, you have to put it in action. And
yes,
another thing, we Hindus, we have to believe we are very soft spoken, we are very timid, we have been taking everything on our shoulders and allowed many, many foreign kingdoms to come and rule Bharat for a long time. Let me tell you, Rama had a bow in his hand for a reason.
Yes.
Okay, so did Shiva has his Dhanush as well as his trident.
Trishula.
Trishul, yeah. And Devi had all the weapons that she needed, and Mahavishnu
Correct.
has his Sudarshana Chakra. Why?
Correct.
When it's time for us to fight something, we have to be bold enough to use those weapons in any
Correct.
form or character. But right
Correct.
now we are in Kali Yuga, we will be seeing all these negativity increasing. But our mental frame must be very strong. Don't
Yes.
be ashamed. Don't be ever ashamed. Padmakant Kambati, who started this radio program, will never say, be proud to be say that you are a Hindu.
Correct.
People don't have that guts these days, and we watch
Correct.
movies that come with this where it is harnessing all the young women and atrocities against them, where the Taliban came and made uses of them, and also these are the negative stories that you see. Gets a bad impression. Oh, Hinduism is bad. We have been we have been conquered. We have been doing, but do nothing about it is what is needed. Action is more important than talking. So let us do that, and I will try to be there at this today's evening. I don't want to stay long because my health doesn't permit sometimes. So I apologize. I will definitely come see you, and I will definitely wish you all the very best in all the good work. I know I will not let down myself and say, no, things will going to happen bad, let us sit and watch. No, I will fight,
Correct.
I will talk,
Correct.
and I will do my best. Thank you so much for joining and giving your time today, Prakash ji. It was good to talk and have this recorded as well as share it with all the listeners. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. I will be playing the Sampurna Bhagavata kind of Bhagavad Gita Parayana, the 12th chapter, for all of us to get the bhakti or devotion for this to be resolved. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Taraji. I really appreciate your passion. This many years you've been serving. This many years you have been advocating, trying to convince the people about the richness of our culture. I hope all your efforts will be successful eventually, and we will raise our flag so high everybody should be able to see as a symbol of unity, humanity, and ahimsa.
Thank you so much. Let us listen, and we will see you next Sunday, listeners. We are in our last minute of our program. Namaste all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः भक्तियोगः। अर्जुन उवाच मामुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् मय्येव मनः आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततः मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागम् ततः कुरु यदात्मवान् श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम् अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखः क्षमी सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यदात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोकः लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैः मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिः भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदम् यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धाना मत्परमाः भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे
भक्तियोगो नाम द्वादशोऽध्यायः।
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः।